I want to talk about women I call the Cinderella type, the ones waiting for their knight in shining armor, or a knight driving a white Mercedes. These women are usually around 30, never married, no kids. Here's the deal. Are they worth dating? Let's break it down. These women have sky-high expectations, mostly fantasies they've cooked up in their heads. They cling to this illusion that the one, some perfect storybook man, is still out there. Realistically, they're not exactly fresh off the market anymore, to put it bluntly. And logically, they should lower their standards. But they don't. The irony: half the time, they don't even know what they want. You'll hear them say things like, "There are no decent men left. All the good ones are taken." But dig deeper, and their criteria are either unrealistic, he must be a CEO who writes poetry, or so vague it's meaningless. I just want someone real. Bottom line, dating them is a gamble. If you're not the fantasy they've imagined, you'll always fall short, no matter how great you are. At its core, this type of woman is looking for a man who will solve all her problems, financial, emotional, practical. Pay her bills, fulfill her every demand. Fix her sink, hang her shelves, unclog her toilet, basically, be her handyman, ATM, and therapist rolled into one. Her dream? That one magical day, Santa Claus in a suit will show up, sweep her off her feet, and carry all her baggage, literally and figuratively. She genuinely believes her life will turn into a fairy tale. Snap his fingers, and her prince will come running to fulfill her every whim 24/7. But here's the real question. Where does this delusion come from? Simple: brainwashing. The TV shows her glamorous mansions and happily ever afters. Those glossy magazines she flips through before bed sell fantasies. Social media and influencers feed her lies about perfect relationships, and she buys it all. Instead of facing reality, she doubles down on the dream. The brutal truth? She's waiting for a myth. Meanwhile, real, flawed, but decent men get dismissed for not being the prince. Here's the harsh reality she refuses to accept. There are very few wealthy men willing to bankroll a stranger's life. Even if they exist, why would they pick her? She's not competing against other dreamers. She's competing against models, heiresses, and women who also bring something to the table. She keeps dumping her time, energy, and limited resources into this fantasy, like a gambler feeding a slot machine. Meanwhile, no self-improvement. Why bother? Prince Charming will fix everything. No career education, he'll provide. Dating apps on lockdown, swiping left on decent, grounded men because they don't sparkle enough. Good guys do approach her. Men with stable jobs, integrity, and realistic expectations. But in her eyes, they're not real men. Translation: can't fund her Cinderella remake. Her odds of finding this unicorn? Worse than winning the actual lottery. What she should do: seek an equal, a partner with similar struggles, income, and flaws. Build a life together. What she actually does: wait, complain, repeat. Final truth bomb. If she can't handle her own life alone, why would a high-value man sign up to carry her plus her baggage? Princes prefer partners, not projects. Should a man even bother with a woman like this? Short answer: hell no. Let's be real. You'd be walking into a lose-lose situation. Even if she temporarily lets you into her life, it won't last. Sooner or later, she'll realize you're not her mythical Prince Charming and kick you to the curb. And guess what? You'll be left feeling used, all that effort, money, and emotional labor for nothing. Hurt, Rejection always stings, especially when you tried your best. Worse about yourself, because her unrealistic standards will make you feel not good enough. Why waste your time? Her demands won't stop. Fix her toilet today, buy her a bag tomorrow, it's a bottomless pit. She won't appreciate you. You're just a placeholder until her real man, who doesn't exist, shows up. Your sanity is worth more. Why stress over someone who's waiting for a fairy tale instead of living in reality? The harsh truth about these women. In my life, I've met a few like this. Some wake up, lower their expectations, and learn to solve their own problems. Look for an equal partner, not a sugar daddy. Accept that men don't owe them a fantasy life. But others? They never change. They'll keep floating on delusion, waiting for a miracle that'll never come, right up until they're old, alone, and still blaming all those terrible men for their unhappiness. Final verdict? Don't be her temporary experiment. Let her figure out life on her own, preferably far away from you. Your time, energy, and self-respect are worth more than that.